Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a shorter episode of the True Narrative Podcast. I am your host, Million Dollar Man Mark, and oh boy, it's been a busy one recently. George has been going off. The goons are eating good these days. So, George has claimed that he has the trademark for the Gorgeous George show. It says it's his, 100%, nobody else's, and it is finalized and locked in. Unfortunately for George, everything he says is bullshit. And the trademark has been filed, but it is not his. We're also going to go over a little bit here. I'll show you what George paid for and what he's actually getting from this website that he subscribed to. So here we've got the website, Trademark Engine. Now, a little bit of background here. I submitted a basic package form on this website to sort of bait out GG because Boston and Meth approached me a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, saying they were gonna name their show the Gorgeous George Show. So I was like, be pretty funny. But when George catches wind of this, he's probably gonna try and trademark it. So I was like, let's debate him a little bit here. So I submitted the package thing to this website. It's a total scam, and then. So I told George that I had submitted the trademark and did it. Trademark Engine is the first site that shows up on Google. So I was like, George is lazy and dumb, so he's going to pick the first one that shows up. So I was like, I'll do the same thing. So I ended up getting a refund the next day on mine because this site is a total scam. You can go to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office and file yourself and have it seen pretty much instantly, and without having to use these sites at all. We're using just basic forms. George, being an idiot, went on this site to try and one-up me, quote unquote, and he did this one. He did this attorney-led registration. Since he said he spent $600, let's go over what that $600 actually got him. So this said that this includes a consultation with Trademark Oil before filing, comprehensive trademark search, and trademark monitoring, infringement alerts, free trial. Okay. So I picked this and went through and, did everything else. And I totaled up what I think George would have done to give about $600. So this attorney that they give you isn't your actual attorney. It's just an attorney that looks at your filing before it gets submitted to make sure that it's good to go. However, the trademark never was seen by an attorney from Trademark Engine, so the whole trademark package thing that George paid for was a scam. No attorney looked at this, and we'll be able to see that here in just a little bit from the notification and filing. You have to pay here to have a comprehensive federal and state search, so George would have done this to search databases, which you can do by yourself, and then a 24-hour expedited process. So by the time George learned that I did this and he made that video showing the filing, he would have selected this as well. And then there's a trademark monitoring subscription. When I did mine, I investigated this, and this is just some scammy thing where they, quote, monitor your trademark and tell you if people are using it. But that's all they do. They don't help you file cease and desist letters. They don't send anything out on your behalf. It's just a notification. So you're going to see here, after all of that, and should mention, with the trademark monitoring subscription, it's a 10-day free trial. After that, it's $200 a year. So George has got that. He's not really actually spending $547. He's spending $747, plus more, because he also has to pay fees to the U.S. Patent and Trade Office if the thing gets approved, which it's not going to, and we'll go over why that is in just a little bit. So after I learned that George had spent $749 after this trademark monitoring subscription, so after all of that, it's going to be a lot more than $600 that he claimed he paid. I laughed so hard. Like, George, you got baited by me so bad. Why would I apply for a worthless trademark Gorgeous George show when Boston and Meth can use it and you're not going to do anything about it? So let's go to the Patent and Trademark Office website here. The status, you're going to see it says application filing date November 30th. So I will give Trademark engine one benefit. They did file it really quick and did do the 24-hour thing. So the status of the trademark, however, is live application and waiting examination. It says the trademark application has been accepted by the office, has met minimum filing requirements, and has not been assigned to an examiner. So that means a examiner has not looked at George's application. It is not finally approved. It is not official. If you go to documents on here, you can open up, this is a public website. Anybody in the world can access this without a login, anything. You go to add the application, you can view the application that Trademark Engine put in on George's behalf. George has got a little bit of a problem though, because the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office requires an address in your filing. They don't accept P.O. boxes. George does not have a permanent address. He only has a P.O. box, unless you count Dick's parking lot spot number 54 a permanent address. I think the mailman's going to deliver there. So he's got his P.O. box here and all that. The trademark is going to get thrown out based off that regardless. Like this is going to be the biggest fleecing of George we have ever seen. And here's the P.O. box right there. Richmond, that this was submitted by the trademark engine. And then we've also got this. So it says status, new application awaiting assignment to an examining attorney, as I went over. Click here to see trademark and processing wait times. So let's go and click that. What do we get here? Oh no, we are currently examining new applications submitted between February 13th, 2023 and February 27, 2023. Oh no. So what's that mean? The time between filing the new trademark application and first examination in the trademark office record is going to be an average wait of 8.2 months. To actually get the trademark registered or abandon the trademark application, to basically when it'll get approved and George, quote, owns it, it's going to be 14 months, 15 months from now. So Boston Meth, you got green light to do whatever you want for as long as you want. Because one, this isn't going to get approved. And two, even if the offshoot that it did get approved in a year and 3 months from now, George doesn't have the money for the attorneys. The most he can do is go to the public library and have his canned fingers type up a cease and desist letter. That doesn't mean anything. He did it to Eugene. Eugene kept going. He didn't stop. He kept going. George, you did nothing. You will do nothing because you do not have the money to back it up. That whole little attorney quote that you think you paid for in this little trademark engine thing, nah, they're just looking at the application. That's not your beck and call attorney, Yared. So looks like George loses again. It's just unbelievable how easy he is to manipulate. And I don't even feel bad about it. He's just a piece of shit. So yeah, here we go. Correspondence email notification at Trademark Engine. So George is probably going to try and flag this. He can't because this is public information. If he does, it'll get countered and put back up. So good luck with that. But yeah, so like everything George says, you need to take it with 10 pounds of salt. Hopefully not the salt that rolled off of George as he rages and spits all over the camera about how he owns things. George, get a fucking brain. You could have done this all by yourself and saved a lot of money, but you're lazy and you're stupid. You would think that George's baby is this show for some unknown reason. Might as well have aborted that baby. You think that George would take a little more time and effort into trying to snag this trademark and learn the process and how it operates. So George, I will eagerly await your video in 14.8 months from now saying that you own the trademark. Until then, shut the fuck up. Thanks guys. Have a good rest of the weekend.